A new state of play is happening on February 12th, according to very substantial leaks. So let's go over that and talk about everything we can expect, because I think it could be a pretty big show. So we start over here on Reddit, the gaming leaks and rumors page. Jeff Grubb, February State of Play will be the week of February 12th. It's gonna be February 12th because that's a Thursday. All these State of Plays usually happen on a Thursday. And Jeff Grubb, if you've been following the State of Play rumors, he has been right many times before. And even Nate the Hate, who has also an incredible track record, has also been saying that there's a February State of Play. So let's have a listen.
So this got people to go ask Nate the Hate, hey, is there going to be a PlayStation State of Play in February? We've heard that. Is that true? And he says, yes, it is. And yeah, I agree. It is. It's happening on February 12th. So there you go.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I think it makes sense. We've had actually a State of Play last year on February 12th as well, as you can see right here. Sony has been keeping the same cadence, basically. A State of Play in February, then we do one just before Summer Game Fest, so end of May or June. And then we have one around Tokyo Game Show in September. And they've been doing that for many years, so it makes sense. Now, what can we expect? A big one that I hope will maybe even be like a shadow drop is the Ghost of Yotei Legends mode. Of course, it's the multiplayer mode for Ghost of Yotei. Like for Ghost of Tsushima, we had it 3 months after launch. It actually released with the Legends mode. For Ghost of Yotei, we had it like a month after launch, which is pretty crazy. Sucker Punch is right now working on this multiplayer mode. It's their core focus. So they want to get it out and then they move on to the next project. So I think early 2026 makes sense. February 12th would be perfect. Like, I'm also talking about the fact that I would then have time to play it, because in March I will be knees deep in Crimson Desert. But we will see. Now, a big game that of course everyone hopes to see more of is Wolverine. But I want to remind you of the fact that they ended their blog post saying, keep your eyes peeled and your claws sharp for more information on Marvel's #Wolverine PS5 in spring 2026. So yeah, this tells me that we will not see this game at the State of Play. It will likely be in that May or June State of Play. They will probably do similar to Spider-Man 2, where they do like a big gameplay reveal stream for the game. In May or June around Summer Game Fest. Now, a big game that I do think we will see is, of course, from Housemarque, Terras. This is the final State of Play that they can promote the game. The game is coming out April 30th. It's gonna be more Returnal, but will it? It will not have the same impact because it will not be as new. But it should be a bit more forgiving, a bit easier. And I'm all for that. Like, give people more options to play this game. So, yeah, I hope. Obviously, they got a bigger budget for this. I hope they deliver. Now, another game that Sony is, like, you would almost forget, but yeah, PlayStation is now behind Marathon from Bungie. So, obviously, Bungie is, like, doing a lot themselves, but yeah, they will probably take the opportunity to promote this game at the State of Play, and a lot is riding on it. If that game doesn't do well, then Bungie will go through many layoffs. It will not look pretty, and I do think Sony has high expectations, so I'm curious if they're able to reach it. A cool thing about these State of Plays is that Sony has, for like the recent ones, for like a couple of years now, always had a one more thing, like a big PlayStation Studios reveal. So if we go to that one that we already talked about from February 12th, Saros was actually revealed here for the first time with that cinematic trailer. So that was like the first time we saw the game. They actually talked a bit more about it. And then of course we got the gameplay later in the year. The June State of Play at the Marvel fighting game that we should see this year. So yeah, that was like the big surprise reveal at the State of Play in June. Then, of course, we had Wolverine in the September State of Play. And the September State of Play the year before had the Ghost of Yotei. So all I'm saying is that there will be one more surprise announcement at this State of Play. And I think there are a couple of possibilities. But maybe, like the Marvel fighting game, I never would have guessed that. So maybe it's a game we will not guess. But we, of course, had this rumor for a long time now. Next God of War game from Sony Santa Monica is reportedly a 2.5D Metroidvania action prequel set in Greece, blending gameplay elements of Blasphemous and focuses on a younger Kratos and his relationship with his father Zeus, aiming for a 2026 release. I always said that this is gonna be their Lego Horizon God of War game, so I would not be surprised if it comes to Switch and PC day one as well. And yeah, it will probably look not like this, but it should be similar gameplay. But yeah, basically, it makes sense for them to announce this game, but I don't think this is a one more thing game. This is not the... If we hear Kratos, and then it's like for this game, I don't think that would do very well. I think this is the game you start the State of Play with. Because it's a game that I do think there's an audience for it. People will be excited for it. But you can't be like, oh, one more thing. We got a new God of War game, and then it's this. Like, I do think that would set the expectations too high. Well, I do think it could be pretty cool. But yeah, this is one of the games we could see. Of course, we know it's coming. Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3. Can't wait for this. Last time, the Rebirth, they announced it at Summer Game Fest. And then, of course, it released early next year. So, I mean, I think that worked out for them. So I could totally see them be like, yo, Final Fantasy VII Part 3, we now know the name. We're working on the trailers. Jeff, you can have it again. We announced it for early 2027. I think that makes sense. But, yeah, it is possible that they reveal it at a State of Play as well. Now, another thing that we will see. So, again, let me know what you think the one more thing will be. But we're kind of running out of games from big Sony studios. So, yeah, usually we get a PlayStation Studios game, basically. But there's another possibility, but I will get to that in a moment. I want to talk about this as well, because I think that it makes so much sense for Bethesda to show up with Starfield at the State of Play. Because I also think that the rumor was always that it was going to be in early, or like the first half of 2026. So yeah, Bethesda working on Starfield 2.0. We have Maddie from the Divining Duke podcast say that he saw the game behind closed doors. It should have less loading screens, like the space travel should be better. And of course, another DLC. Starborn was the league name. If you play the game, you of course know what that means. And yeah, it makes sense for them to have a PS5 version. And there will be another case, like just like with Avowed, coming of course very soon to PlayStation, where a Xbox game launches on PlayStation in a much better, more complete state, maybe even for less money as well. I do think they might go for 70 with Starfield, but Avowed is 50, and it's a way more complete game 1 year after launch, now that it's on PlayStation. Another game I totally think we will see, no doubt about it, more Crimson Desert. I think for them announcing that the game has gone gold and yeah, basically saying, yo, March 19th, it's going to happen. It's kind of wild to me that we've not seen more about the game. They're kind of quiet. I mean, marketing cycles have been different. They usually start the marketing now a few weeks before release. But yeah, February 12th for the State of Play would of course be perfect to highlight Crimson Desert. And I want to see more of the open world. Like, we know the fighting will be great. We know the boss fights are awesome. Show me more of the open world. What can we do? I really hope the trailer that we see at the State of Play will provide that. But this is kind of a surprise reveal. A new Life is Strange game is coming. Chloe and Max are back. And it's coming March already. March 26th. So I would not be surprised if maybe Sony has like another trailer for this. It's of course a Square Enix thing. So they are buddies. 007 of course got its own State of Play. So there is a marketing deal in place. It's going to be the final State of Play before the game hits in May. Another one, we of course had rumors that next Control, Resonant, might already be out in the summer. So this can be the final State of Play. Now probably not. It can still be in the June one, but yeah, if it's really coming as soon as we think, then seeing more for Control. And we of course know that Control was kind of a PS5 sort of thing. I think it mostly was played on PlayStation, so it makes sense for Remedy to grab that audience and show more of the game. They also did a blog post, I looked that up, where they said, yo, if you wanna, we will share more in the coming months. And that was in December, so February 12th I think makes sense. Of course, this will also be the final time to show more of Resident Evil. Although, yeah, just to remind people, yo, it's coming. Yeah, you see it here already. Of course, this could also be the game they end the show with. I don't know. But yeah, this is the Horizon online game, the next game Guerrilla Games is making. That makes a lot of sense to, like, put that in a State of Play as well, you would think. But yeah, that's kind of what I think. has the possibility of happening. Sony will likely announce the state of play in the week of February 9th. So probably 1 or 2 days before the show is airing on February 12th. So if we hear more info, I will do an updated video and talk about it then. So if we maybe have more rumors of things that could show up, stay tuned. And I will of course let you know when the state of play is official, etc. Let me know you hope to see or what you think we will see in the comments. And I will speak to you soon. Goodbye.